What is up, everybody? Dr. Pittman here, and welcome to another round of the Gameshow Speak Podcast. I'm your host, the king of the vault wedge, Dante Pittman, and joining me is, as always, my co-captain, Michael Bombardier.
Mikey Bombs at your service. Hello once again, everyone. Welcome to another Gameshow Speak Podcast. Great to have you on board. Get your hands on your buzzers. We got some topics for you.
Yes, let's do it.
And for the first, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. First 13 topics. It's all you.
Yep, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now we're going to talk about the strike revised upfront on CBS. Yellowstone is set to make its broadcast debut as part of CBS's fall schedule, which now includes a slew of reality series as well as a number of Paramount Plus series such as SEAL Team and the original UK incarnation of Ghost. The launch of Taylor Sheridan's Kevin Costner-fronted drama, which is coming to an end with its 5th season as revealed by Deadline. And Paramount Network is the headline of CBS's rework schedule, which has been impacted by both the writer's strike and now actor's strike. TV's top-rated drama will launch on Sunday, starting with Season 1, taking the place of The Equalizer at 9. The schedule, which includes 185 hours of original programming, will also feature the return of SEAL Team, the David Boreanaz-fronted military drama, which is produced by CBS Studios, originated on CBS and ran 4 seasons on the broadcast and briefly moved to Paramount Plus for its 5th season. The series has now run for 6 seasons and was renewed for a 7th. It will air on Thursday nights at 10 p.m., a slot that was intended for new series Elspeth, a spinoff of The Good Wife / The Good Fight. Paramount Plus docuseries FBI True, which comes from FBI co-creator Craig Turk, will air on the network alongside repeats of FBI. One other unnamed Paramount Plus original will air on the network on Mondays at 10. That's a slot originally intended for NCIS Hawaii, so don't be surprised to see Evil, which also originated on CBS there. It's not the first time that CBS has aired streaming originals on linear. During COVID, the network aired Star Trek Discovery from then named CBS All Access. Elsewhere, the network is also getting more Ghosts, this time in the British version. The BBC series, which the CBS version is based on, will air between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Thursdays after a repeat of the US version. The BBC series, which streams on Warner Bros. Discovery's Max, has run for 4 seasons to start Charlotte Ritchie and Kendall Cipriani as 2 people who lives in the house played by ghosts played by Dwight Antonoff, Matthew Baton, Simon Farnaby, Martha Howe Douglas, Jim Howick, Lawrence Rickard, Bill Wimbledon, and Katie Wicks. There also will be a slew of reality series airing during the fall. Alongside 90-minute versions of Survivor and EMMYS, which were unveiled as part of its original fall schedule in May, there will be La Tierra Loca and Raid the Cage. Both were revealed by Deadline, as well as a series based on Josh Duhamel's Buddy Games. La Tierra Loca will appear at 8 p.m. on Mondays, where The Neighborhood and Bob Hott's Apashola will air. Raid the Cage takes 9 p.m. on Fridays, where Fire Country will run, and Buddy Games is at 9 p.m. on Thursdays in place of So Help Me Todd. There's plenty of Big Brother on the schedule, and airing Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as The Price is Right at night, Let's Make It Deal Primetime, and The Challenge USA. 60 Minutes will be supersized with 90-minute episodes on certain Sundays with NFL on CBS broadcasts, doubleheader games, and there will be more primetime college football games from the Big Ten, SEC, and Mountain West coverage as well as the NWSL championship game. I'm not going to bother reading the schedule, so we just read it. Oh boy, can this strike just freaking end already? It's just getting on my nerves. Anyway, moving on. All right. Gerry Turner is about to make Bachelorverse history. ABC revealed on Monday that Turner will lead the first ever season of The Golden Bachelor, an upcoming dating series centered on seniors looking for love. Turner, a 71-year-old grandpa from Indiana, whose first name is pronounced as Gerry, was unveiled as The Golden Bachelor's leading man on Monday's Good Morning America broadcast, where he said it's still sinking in and he'll be the star of the show. He also shared that his wife of 43 years, Tony, fell ill and passed away in 2017, but he trusts that she'd be supportive of his new journey to find love. She got robbed, turned sit for tears. Every day that goes by, that's the thought I have. We always tell each other that when one of us goes, we want the other one to be happy. The Golden Bachelor, which will air Mondays this fall at 10 p.m., will follow one soon to be announced lucky older man who will embark on a journey to find love, flipping the formula of the Bachelor franchise, which for more than 2 decades has starred 20-something and 30-something singles. Michael, I gotta get your thoughts on this. Oh, Michael, the Golden Bachelor. I gotta get your thoughts on this. To me, this is out of nowhere. This is out of nowhere to me. I mean, oh man. What? I like how it's trying something new. That's all I'm going to say about it. All right. Anyway, let's go on. Next one here. Nailed It Goes Big. The big Nailed It Baking Challenge in the oven. Watch out, fans of Nailed It. A bigger and more intense baking show is coming in Netflix in the form of the big Nailed It Baking Challenge. Similar to its predecessor, the offshoot will feature 10 amateur chefs attempting to bake a variety of confections to plain vanilla to cake in the shape of pizza. However, the grand prize is a whopping $100,000 to the last wannabe chef. Instead of Nailed It's $10,000 per episode. In addition, 2 professional pastry chefs will guide the contestants through all the slips and disasters as seen in the trailer below. Comedian Nicole Byer and pastry chef Chuck Doyes will reprise their roles as co-hosts and judges. Though these contestants aren't Michelin chefs, as was to say in the video, when you make something from the heart, you feel the love from it. And we are sure this show will be filled with heartfelt moments. Oh boy. I'm a big fan of the show. So I think this is big news for them, so congrats. Keep at it, guys. All right. Jesus. That's a lot. All right, next. All right. Bingo Blitz heads to Mexican TV. Playtika's Bingo Blitz, the #1 free-to-play bingo game, is coming to an even bigger screen with the July 15th debut on the official Bingo Blitz television game show in Mexico. Now, fans of the mobile gaming app can tune in to cheer on the show's competitors and their quest for bingo. The premiere of the Bingo Blitz television game show marks an exciting milestone for the mobile game for a global online community of over 1 million daily active players, going beyond the world of mobile gaming into television entertainment to bring its worldwide audience to new heights. Hosted by Jordi Rosado. I'm sorry, I botched that name. I'm sorry. The game will air weekly on Saturdays at 8 p.m. The show will see 2 contestants compete in 7 rounds of trivia questions. The contestants will be asked 10 real-knowledge questions with 3 fixed possible answers. For every correct answer, a ball is drawn for the iconic Bingo Blitz V machine, the biggest bingo machine in the world, and brings them one step closer to scoring the bingo. However, this television game show is not only about what the contestants know, it's about what they think they know. Before the game, show contestants can take home the cash. They must first guess how many questions they will get right. If their path to scoring bingo is blocked, if their guess is incorrect, then their path to scoring bingo is blocked. The format has been developed by Game Changer Studio and will be produced by the Imagine Network. Just under 50 episode first season will begin this month and is expected to air later this summer. Oof. Congratulations, Bingo Blitz. You guys earned it. We all thank you. Good job. All right. ITV Passes on all free media. Network no longer actively exploring the Traders producer. Excuse me. It doesn't look like ITV will be buying the Traders producer off Free Media. In a statement issued to the stock market this morning, the UK Commercial Network said it continues to monitor and is no longer actively exploring the possible acquisition of the indie production giant, which is owned by Warner Bros. Discovery and Liberty Global. He didn't give a specific reason for the change part, but added, ITV Big assesses all differential value creating M&A opportunities against its strict financial criteria and disciplined capital allocation framework. What a shame. That could have helped you, to be honest. All right. Next, the 75th Annual Primetime Emmy Awards were nominated on Wednesday last week, with HBO dominating the list with the most overall selections filled by its powerhouse series Succession, House of the Dragon, The Last of Us, and The White Lotus. Succession, the HBO drama headlined by Brian Cox, earned a leading 27 nominations overall, including an expected Best Drama nomination, plus multiple nods in the Actor/Actresses categories. In the Actor categories, perhaps the question should be who didn't get a nomination from the show. All the male faves got some Emmy love, including Cox, Jeremy Strong, and Kieran Culkin, as well as Matthew McFadden, Alexander Skarsgård, Alan Ruck, and the beloved Cousin Greg. There goes Braun. For the women, Snare Snook got a nomination, as did J. Smith Cameron. This year's Emmy Awards ceremony is scheduled to be held September 18th live on Fox, but a writer's strike and a potential SAG-AFTRA strike could change that. Maintains that if no talent is available for the primetime showcase celebrating the best of TV over the past year. Nominations for the Big Four awards of importance are Outstanding Reality Competition Program, The Amazing Race, RuPaul's Drag Race, Survivor, Top Chef, The Voice. Outstanding Reality Host, Bobby Burke, Kamara Brown, Tan France, Anthony Pronowski, and Jonathan Ness. Nicole Byer, Padima Rikishi, Amy Poehler, and Maida Rudolph, RuPaul. Outstanding Game Show, Family Feud, Jeopardy, Price is Right, That's My Jam, Wheel of Fortune.
Time out. Time
out. What's going on?
You just said Price is Right nominated for Primetime Emmy. How come you could have replaced that with Pyramid?
Hey, they said it. I didn't.
That just doesn't make sense. The Price is Right is a show on daytime television.
But it's also on
prime shows airing periodically. Come on now.
But it's also on prime time.
With that nomination itself.
Come on, they were on prime time too, so it's.
But it's periodically.
Oh. Okay, let me finish. Outstanding game show hosts: Mayim Bialik, Steve Harvey, Ken Jennings, Keke Palmer, and Pat Sajak.
Okay, that I can live with. Okay.
The Price. You have a problem with The Price is Right being nominated for Outstanding Game Show. Oh yeah! Wow.
I mean, shouldn't that be reserved for PM game shows only?
That wouldn't be right because Celebrity Family Feud comes on during that point.
But that's in the PM. That's in the evening. And Price is Right is on in the morning.
And Price is Right always appears in PM shows, so I know Celebrity Wheel of Fortune comes in the PMs too. That's not Jam, isn't it? PM. But congratulations to all of them. They deserve this. Yeah, I know Pyramid should have earned that, but it's good enough for me. All right, now Big Brother is celebrating 25 seasons. CBS presents Big Brother 25th Anniversary Celebration and Entertainment Tonight special premiering Wednesday, July 26th at 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Pacific on the CBS television network and streaming on Paramount+. Big Brother's 25th season premieres with a special 90-minute live move-in event Wednesday, August 2nd, 8 to 9:30 p.m. on CBS and on streaming on Paramount+. The new special will be hosted by Entertainment Tonight's Michelle Turner from the Big Brother said, the special features 24 seasons of archival footage from the ET Vault and exclusive interviews with Big Brother host Julie Chen Moves and fan favorite house guests, including winner Cody Calderon, Taylor Hale, Derek Westvilla, Jordan Lloyd, Xavier Paver, and Rochelle Riley, and other house guests, including Arsenio Wassam, Hannah Chada, Derek Fraser, Frankie Grande, Tiffany Michelle, Janelle Peniza, Daniel Reyes, Kazar Reda, Jeff Schroeder, and Brendan Villegas. All right. The special looks at the most notable Big Brother highlights over the years, including the showmance's biggest feuds and rivalries, shocking twists, historic house guests, and groundbreaking moments in reality TV history. Viewers will get behind the scenes details, house secrets, and a look at the most unforgettable moments in Big Brother history. At the end of the Entertainment Tonight special, viewers will get to see what season 25 is going to look like with an exclusive sneak peek of the Big Brother house, and they just might be able to spy some clues about this summer's big twist. Congratulations, Big Brother. 25 years. Oof, 25 years. Good grief. And Julie Chen, though. Ooh, man, that woman was beautiful. I know she's married, but damn. Congratulations, Big Brother. All right, here we go. The CW Fights to Survive with Fight to Survive. The CW and the Roku channel have teamed up to announce a collaboration on Fight to Survive, an 8-episode survivalist competition. Hosted by American Ninja Warrior, I can't pronounce his last name. Hosted by American Ninja Warrior Akbar, the social experiment pits 17 competitors, including former Survivor, Alone, Naked and Afraid, and American Ninja Warrior contestants, each against each other in an attempt to survive 25 days on a remote tropical island while facing brutal conditions to win $250,000. In one of the most intense survival of the fish competitions ever televised, the competitors battle one another for essential tools and resources in the fight to survive. The first season cast included Yuda Ebo, Nathaniel Allenby, Amal Esra, Naked and Afraid Season 9, Danny Boyle, Naked and Afraid Seasons 4 to 14, Naked and Afraid XL Season 1, Missy Bird, Survivor Season 39, Robbie Canton, Matthew Clark, and Dater, Naked and Afraid Season 8, Naked and Afraid Lost at Sea, Naked and Afraid XL Season 4, Naked and Ghosted Season 11. All right. After the Shaker, Naked and Afraid Season 4, Stephanie Gonzalez Survivor Season 36, Kiali Kate Kapana, Call to the Wild. All right. Same Crusade Alone the Beast, Christina McQueen, Naked and Afraid Season 4, and Naked and Afraid XL Season 5. Jonathan Moreau, Naked and Afraid Season 7. Makani Nalu, Stranded with $1 Million, Naked and Afraid Season 10, and Naked and Afraid XL Season 6. J. Ruiz, American Ninja Warrior Season 6, 7, and 8. Steve Austin's Broken Skull Challenge, and Libby Vincek, Survivor Season 36. Got all that? Thank you. All right, by bringing together the best of the CW and the best of the Roku channel, Fight to Survive will be able to reach the largest audience possible across both broadcast and streaming. Commented Brad Schwartz, the CW's president of entertainment, and Ryan Tapon, who's head of originals. By working together in all aspects of distribution, marketing, press, and advertising, we will expose this Edge of Your Seat series to millions of fans of brand new ways. Whew, that was a lot of names. And one of them I may botch, and I'm sorry, but it was tough. But this is new. All right, here we go. Mike Darnell departs Warner. The dark prince of the unscripted world is plotting his next chapter. Mike Darnell is exiting Warner Brothers Television Group after a decade with the studio. A move he decided to make after a restructuring would have altered his role at the company. Darnell, who has served as president of unscripted television for Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers Television Group, chairman and CEO Channing Dunning were set to announce the change on Thursday. As part of the new structure, Darnell won't be replaced. Instead, the alternative and unscripted divisions that reported to Darnell will now report directly to Dungy. Darnell had a year in his current contract with the studio. Letting yourself go is always difficult. I took a deep breath, calmed myself, and soon told me it was time to leave. Darnell said in a statement in his usual unique style. I took it surprisingly well, he quit. Ah. All right, Darnell joined Warner Brothers in 2013 after a legendary 18 run at Fox when his reputation was cemented as the reality kingpin behind TV phenomenon American Idol, as well as juicy favorites like Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire, Temptation Island, as well as In Your Face fare, including Joe Millionaire, Alien Autopsy, Back in Fiction, The Swan, When Animals Attack, and Man vs. Beast. All right. Whew, this is a lot. Now, Battle of the Decades comes to Food Network. Food Network brings together skilled chefs to face off in a culinary competition that puts their perspectives on food and pop culture to the test. And the Battle of the Decades premiered on Wednesday, August 16th at 10 p.m. Eastern Pacific. Team comprised of two chefs from different generations tackle challenges in which they must use popular ingredients and gadgets from the past, as well as take on viral food trends and classic dishes, all while bridging the generational gap with their approach and techniques. From Snoopy snow cone machines to easy bake ovens, it is no easy feat for the competitors as they navigate challenges based on trends such as 1950 gelatin molds and savory gelatin salads to modern day dishes like Victorian potatoes and fluffy Japanese souffle pancakes. The members of the last team standing then go head to head against each other in the old school versus new school matchup to see which chef walks away with $10,000. Over the course of the season, host Jonathan Bennett is joined by a rotating panel of judges, including Eddie Jackson and his father, Eddie Jackson Sr., Antonio Ravazo and his daughter, Sally Myers, Peter Fang and his daughter, Kathy Fang, Julian Rote and his father, Benito Lorte, along with special celebrity guest judges, including singer Tara Dane, actress Jenny Garth from 90210, actor Wayne Knight from Seinfeld, Olympic gold medalist Greg Louganis, and actress Nia Valdados from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Battle of the Day. I ain't going to get all that. Ugh. Oh, wow. I'm going to take you this one. Whew. All right. Last One Standing stands for more. Ahead of its season 1 finale, Discovery Channel has ordered a second season of its hit reality series Naked and Afraid, Last One Standing. The renewal comes amid strong ratings from the Naked and Afraid spinoff that pushes the limits of as contestants hunt for food, water, fire, and shelter, all without clothes to win a cash prize. Well, congratulations, Last One Standing. You guys deserved it. Now, CW lines up the fall. All right, the CW network today announced premiere dates for its fall 2023 primetime schedule. The CW's new fall season kicks off with a highly anticipated premiere of the Emmy Award-winning weekly studios Inside the NFL on Tuesday, December 5th, followed by the debut of the global hit event series The Swarm from Game of Thrones executive producer Frank Dolger about an unknown enemy that lives deep below the sea. The new drama series Sullivan's Crossing, starring Scott Patterson, Chad Michael Murray, and Morgan Cohen, begins on Wednesday, October 4th, followed by the premiere of The Spencer Sisters, 9 to 10 p.m., featuring Leah Thompson and Stacey Farber. A brand new season of the hit unscripted franchise F-Boy Island, hosted by comedian Nikki Glazer, makes its broadcast television debut on Thursday, October 12th. Monday Night Comedy Son of a Critch, 8 to 8:30. Run the Burbs, 8:30 to 9 p.m. And Children Ruin Everything, 9 to 9:30. Continue through the fall and are joined by the coming age family comedy Everyone Else Burrs, premiering on Monday, October 16th. Friday stays magical when Penn and Teller Fools Us returns for a 10th season with new host Brooke Burke on Friday, October 20th. Oh boy, I don't know if Michael's going to be happy.
Hold on a second. Let me see.
Here we go.
Oh, hold on. What is this again?
Okay, I have read.
Oh, Penn and Teller Fool Us.
Yes, Friday State
Penn and Teller
Massacre.
Fool Us. I like the host selection, actually.
Oh, why is that?
I mean, it's been 10 years since she's last done Dancing with the Stars. Why not?
I'm gonna miss Allison Hannigan. She
So-
really. She
So,
really.
Don't underestimate me right now.
Because I thought you wouldn't be liking this.
No.
So-
Don't underestimate me with Fool Us. Okay?
I'm not. I'm trying.
Because I think this host selection is genius. Because it's been 10 years since her last regular TV hosting gig. I mean, with Dancing with the Stars and all that.
Yeah, back where Tom was hosting then.
Yeah. So, CW scored big time with this.
All right. Anyway, Saturday nights are.
So, I guess the lesson for you next time, Dante, don't assume anything. Okay?
I'll try not to here. All right. For Saturday nights are home to the long-running unscripted franchises Masters of Illusion, returning Saturday, October 28th, 8 to 8:30, and World's Funniest Animals, 9 to 9:30. The last continue as we hit improv series Whose Line Is It Anyway returns for season 12 on Tuesday, November 14th. The global phenomenon, The Chosen, about the life of Jesus, continued its run through the falls on Sundays, 8 to 9:30. Previously announced scripted dramas All American, Superman and Lois, and 61 Street, along with the I Am documentary film franchise, will now air during mid-season, with its SAC premieres to be announced at a later date. Whew, that is a lot. Whew. All right, here we go. Christian Kish to take over Top Chef. There is a new ingredient in the mix of Top Chef. Season 10 winner Christian Kish will take over hosting duties from Pakdima Lakshmi when the Bravo culinary competition returns for season 21. Top Chef is where I started my journey, first as a competing chef, then a guest judge, and now as host. I have the honor of helping to continue to build this brand. As she said in a statement released to Entertainment Weekly, I'm thrilled to sit alongside returning judges and executive producers Gail Simmons and Tom Colichetto as we get to know new incredible chefs and see what they cook up. It feels like coming home. Ooh, well, congratulations, Christian. You earned that right, girl. Looking beautiful. All right, Chris, topic is yours, Michael.
All righty. Thank you, Dante. Hollywood Squares. I mean, for those of you who don't know me, in the online world, I also host variety game shows, one of which is the Hollywood Squares. And when I heard that it was getting its own channel on PlutoTV, I was like so thrilled. You know, because Dante and I both grew up with the show during the years of the Whoopi era, and now they're airing the H2 era. And I gotta tell you, H2 was like really, really awesome. The music was just like old time. It was just like a remix of the original Tina Marie song, you know?
Yes.
I mean, it was like something to dance to an extra.
Yes.
I'm like, let me read this for you. Good news for fans of game shows. PlutoTV has a 24/7 dedicated Hollywood Squares channel for fans of the show. This channel joins a ton of other game show channels, including the Family Feud Classic, Deal or No Deal, Buzzer, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, Jeopardy hosted by Alex Trebek, Wheel of Fortune, and more. Wow. I'm like, wow. And here's some history for you, Hollywood Squares fans. Because I'm usually known as the historian. For those of you that see me on the Random Rate podcast, I'm usually the historian. And Throughout the course of the H2 era, center squares having we're gonna I'm gonna run through these center squares and then we'll discuss some of our favorites. Okay, Dante?
Go ahead.
Center squares have people that have sat in the center square have included from Everybody Loves Raymond, Brad Garrett, Martin Mull, who was the regular center square for season 6, the legendary Burt Reynolds, who shared the center square with Dom DeLuise for a week in Dynamic Duo Week, and also was the center square for a solo run. Ellen DeGeneres, who the year after would go on to host her own daytime talk show that will win a ton of Emmys. Alec Baldwin, who during his time as a center square played for the Carol M. Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund, and you know something, charity is really important in a lot of lives. So major props to Alec for that. Howie Mandel, before America's Got Talent was a thing.
I think before Deal or No Deal, or Deal or No Deal was already here.
No, that and America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Because Got Talent was 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, this was like after American Idol season finale hit. The first American Idol season finale had aired.
Yeah. And then it got revived years later on ABC.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, so center squares have included Ellen, like I mentioned. For Blondes have more fun week. There were 2 versions of it. The center square for both of those weeks, Pamela Anderson. And I have to mention the late great Dame Edna Everage. But I will say one of the best center squares for me was when in Game Show Week they had the original host of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall, in.
Heck yeah, that gave you chills.
Yeah, and it was that one show it was a Thursday show, I believe, where Tom and Peter swapped places, and Tom was the center square, and Peter Marshall once again took the role as the master of the Hollywood Squares. That to me was the best show in all the years of in the 2 years of H2. Right there. Would you say that? I mean,
having Peter host that, wow.
Wasn't that the best show in all of H2?
I will say that. I will say.
Okay, so I listed those center squares. Okay, so Dante, I listed those center squares, and I mean, if you want to talk about some of your favorite center squares from the H2 era, please comment down below and what you think. Please comment down below in the comment section, and if you're when you're watching this on demand.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of our favorite center squares from that time period. Dante, what did you like from that time?
From that time, from the H2 era, I like Martin Mull, because he's freaking good.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows how to bring the funnies.
Yes,
I forgot to mention Susan Lucci was also center square. Daytime TV week as well.
Ah, all right.
So I forgot to mention that. So, okay, so now back to the conversation.
And what I like Martin, and actually, I like Joan Rivers. I know she's not part of Center Square, but in H2 era anyway. But Joan Rivers made a comeback in H2.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna make a quick side note on Ellen. The H2 era wasn't actually her first appearance. Actually, she appeared on Hollywood Squares back in 1987 in the John Davidson era.
Oh, wow.
When Smothers Brothers, Tom and Dick Smothers, were the center square for a week. And that's where Ellen DeGeneres started That's where Ellen DeGeneres made her squares debut.
Wow.
So I don't know if you know that.
Did not know that at all.
And that's, by the way, where George Wallace also appeared as well.
Don't forget George Noble. Or George Goebel, sorry.
Yeah. Well known for the Marshall era, too. You know what would be genius for me? I know they have the Bergeron squares on there. Wouldn't it be genius if they had the Peter Marshall era on as well?
That would be genius, but what about the Davidson era?
I mean, both Peter Marshall and John Davidson. I mean,
but here's that problem: one's owned by Orion, and one's owned by, I believe, MGM.
Yeah. But wouldn't it be genius if they did that?
It would be genius.
I mean, yeah. But would you count out Alec Baldwin because he was charitable when he was on?
Yes, I will count him. I will. He was charitable.
I mean, and you know, Brad Gerry, he knows how to deliver funnies as well. But for me, in terms of favorite center squares, for me, I would have to say Martin Mull, like you said. I would also put in Alec Baldwin because he was charitable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who else was in center? Brad Garrett as well.
Yeah, Brad Garrett.
And I gotta include him because he was the original. He was the original, and probably the best to ever do it. Peter Marshall, the best to ever host the show. Peter Marshall. So,
all right.
And and during the time of H2, they had two announcers, two regular announcers. Jeffrey Tambor, who would still make semi-regular appearances, and John Machida, who afterwards would go on to announce Balderdash with Elaine Boozler.
And you know what? But we also got to talk about the Whoopi era as well, because you know.
And you know what? I forgot to mention one other center square as well. Back in the college, I was watching this episode of the college tournament in 2000 that was held in 2003. I did not know he was a center square for a week. Simon Cowell.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere to me because
American Idol 2 was still happening.
Oh wow.
And even Paul Abdul made appearances. Even Paul, Randy, and Ryan Seacrest made appearances.
I did not know that either. That's out of nowhere to me.
I mean, American Idol was definitely popular in those days.
Yeah, it's all thanks to.
And I'm watching. Hold on a second. And this is gonna make you. And this is definitely gonna make you laugh. I'm watching this episode right now as I'm speaking. On two questions, Jeffrey Tambor was in one of the squares, and for two questions he was like, "I'd like to buy a vowel." Go on, Wheel of Fortune, Jeffrey. I'm like, this is not Wheel of Fortune, for crying out loud.
Oh, Jeffrey.
He literally said that. What would you say to Jeffrey if you asked him a question and someone was like, "I'd like to buy a vowel"? What would you be like?
Oh Lord!
You'd be like, "Hey, dude, you'd be on the wrong show." Hey, dude, that's the wrong show.
Wrong,
right? Would you be like that?
Yeah, I would be like that.
Hold on, let's try something, okay? Ask me a Hollywood Square style question, okay? I just want to try this, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. But also, I hated the Double or Nothing bonus round from Whoopi's era. I just hated it. Come on.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, here's a question from the. I want you to give a funny answer to this, okay?
Okay.
Here's a question from the Bergeron, from the H2 era. So, Dante, and this was Peter Marshall asking this to Jimmy Walker, okay?
Okay.
Dante, what does Dr. Joyce Brothers say New Yorkers spend an average of 30 minutes each day of their lives doing?
Oh, Lord. Oh, trying to bathe themselves.
And that's so. If you have any favorite center squares from H2 from the H2 era, please comment down below. Oh, if you're gonna watch this on demand, so Dante, you have the ratings.
Yes, I do. All right, so let's go on back.
That topic was a lot of fun to do.
It was, and considering Tom's version is the one that we grew up with. Oh, it was a blast. I don't know why we don't get to do this more often, to be honest. All right, now we got Sunday. All right, ABC Shuffle Summer. All right, some minor changes ahead for ABC Summer Primetime Unscripted schedule. The Bachelorette, starring Charity Lawson, which currently airs Mondays at 9 p.m., will move to 8 p.m. beginning Monday, July 24th. It will be followed by 10:01 by Clay the Fame from Love is Blind and Married at First Sight producer Kinetic Content, and hosted by Kevin and Frankie Jonas, which currently airs at the 8 p.m. slot. The Bachelor will air its 3-hour finale on Monday, August 28th from 8 to 11. Beginning Thursday, July 27th, the Plate Panel will air, which airs Sunday at 8 p.m. will move to Thursdays at 9 p.m. following Kelly Ripa hosted Generation Gap's regular time slot at 8. It will be an earlier night for both Celebrity Family Feud, hosted by Steve Harvey, and Michael Strahan hosted $100,000 Pyramid, which air on Sundays beginning Sunday, July 30th. Celebrity Family Feud was moving up an hour to 8 p.m., followed by $100,000 Pyramid at 9 p.m. Additionally, Chris Showed the Chase will air its season finale Thursday, July 20th at 8 Central. I can't speak today. All right, latest TV show ratings. ABC's Celebrity Family Feud led Sunday in the demo, while CBS's 60 Minutes rerun clocked in with a nice biggest audience. The Prank Panel with 2.1 million total viewers and a 0.3 demo rating. Celebrity Family Feud 2.7 million, 0.4, and $100,000 Pyramid 2.7 million, 0.3. All dropped some eyeballs while holding steady in the demo. Leading out of a 60 Minutes rerun, the dominated Sunday total viewers with 4.7 million. Toughest Nails 2 million, 0.1, dipped to its second smallest audience of the season and a series low in the demo. Fox's coverage of the CONCACAF Gold Cup final averaged 510K in the 0.2. The CW's 90-minute broadcast TV premiere of religious drama The Chosen averaged 520,000 viewers, a far mightier audience than, say, Riverdale, Nancy Drew, and The Rising have been averaging this summer, and a 0.1 rating. Wow. Very nicely done here. Let's see if I can find a little bit more. All right, Mondays. All right, Mondays ratings. All right. And Monday's ratings, there was a freeway tie for the Monday demo win, while CBS's The Price is Right at Night rerun easily drew the night's biggest audience. Fox's Stars on Mars dipped to a new audience low, 830,000 total viewers, while staying in the demo with a 0.2. An increasingly fiendish Crime Scene Kitchen 1 million, 0.2 was steady in both measures. All right, NBC's American Ninja Warrior 2.8 million, 0.3, and The Wall 2.4 million, 0.2 both dipped in the demo. Geek Sling 2.4 million, 0.2 returned to its second best audience of the season. ABC's Claim to Fame 2.2 million, 0.3, and The Bachelorette 1.8 million, 0.3 matched their season openers. The CW's The Rising 360K 0.0 rose 29% in audience. CBS's The Price is Right at Night Encore attracted a total of 3.66 million to win the night. All right, Sunday's ratings. The teen and adult cast of the Showtime for the Yellow Jackets are set to compete on Sunday's season premiere Sunday season premiere of Celebrity Family Feud. Christina Ricci, Melanie Winsky, Rowan Cole, Tawny Cypress, and Lauren Ambrose were match wits with Samantha Harady, Sophie Nilney, Courtney Eaton, Jasmine Sylvia Brown, and Kevin Owens. Both teams of stars were competed to raise money for GLAAD. The episode had been streamed on Monday. But how did it fare? ABC did lead by households by 0.02, viewers by 120,000, the 1849 demo by 0.12, the 1834 demo by 0.05, and the 2554 demo by 0.17. After a rerun of AFV, the prank panel 2.38 million, 0.3 led off the night. Celebrity Feud lead to the top of the night with 3.2 million, 3.12 million, and 0.3. And the demo, the season premiere of $100,000 pyramid, finished the night strong with 2.68 million and 0.3. CBS came in silver with 5.25 million eyes for a 60-minute rerun, followed by the new Toughest Nails 2.10 million, 0.2. NBC was in third with its coverage of the U.S. Women's Open, 141.44 million, 0.2. The rest of the night was in reruns. Whew. All right. Wednesday's ratings. All right. And Wednesday's ratings, CBS's The Price is Right at Night easily led Wednesday in both total viewers with 3.6 million and in the demo scoring to 0.4. Elsewhere, the CW's Nancy Drew 400K 0.1 had a handful of eyeballs and ticked up a demo. Riverdale 152K 0.1 slipped to an all-time audience low, but did manage to rise above the 0 in the demo. ABC's Judge Steve Harvey 2.8 million 0.2 dipped, while the 1 year's 1.9 million 0.2 was steady. NBC's LA Fire and Rescue 2.4 million 0.2 ticked down in week 3. Leading out of the aforementioned Prices Right at Night and the Young Sheldon rerun, a corporate synergy taste Mission Impossible behind the scenes special drew 1.5 million and a 0.2. All right. Sharing. And here we go, Michael.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be another one of the Gameshow Speak Podcast host food chains. And today we'll be doing the Gameshow chain on the host of 7th Century. Now, for this one, we will be counting the UK version. We will be counting the US and Aussie Temptations. And of course, we got to agree down the rules.
Hold on a second, okay?
Because I knew we were counting the Aussie and UK Temptation. We knew that for sure.
Okay. Hold on. I think we're only gonna count. I think we're only gonna count US because there were 4 in there. 4 regulars.
Okay.
So
4 regulars. Okay, I see. But we're still counting US Temptation, correct?
Still counting US Temptation.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But I just wanted to make it more clear, okay?
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Here are the rules. Rule 1, no guest host, none of that. Oh. Okay. Rule. All right. Whew. Got no. Rule 1, no guest host. Rule 2, we're only counting one person's tenure as one hosting tenure. Rule 3, this is just our opinion. So to begin with, let's start over here. In 1969, NBC Daytime, one of the free NBC game shows.
I'm heading this.
Oh, that's right. You are hitting this.
The zoo.
Ow!
Yeah. Okay. From 1969 over to 1971. The first host, Jack Kelly.
Jack Kelly. I have never seen the 69 version, so sorry guys. But I haven't seen it. Haven't seen the host either. So we're gonna put him in 1 for now. But I will change. So
Alrighty,
yeah,
then,
that's
from 1971 till its end in June the 3rd, 1974. Former St. Louis Cardinal and Baseball Hall of Fame baseball broadcaster Joe Garagiola.
and Joe Garagiola. I mean, he was hosting a lot of shows at this time. Sail the Century, Sales, Strike It Rich, and he did.
To tell the truth,
Yeah, he guest hosted. Yeah,
he was also a regular too,
he is.
replacing Gary
I
Moore.
feel like he's more like the everyman. That's the best way to sum up Joe Garagiola. He's the everyman. He's like the guy you go to the pub and talk about the game with. I mean, it was just. I think after Truth ended, I don't think Truth ending was his fault. Was his fault. I think it was going to come to an end anyway, even if they do put Bill Cullen on for a season. But back to him on Sail of the Century. I have not seen his version on Sail of the Century, but I do know about Joe. We'll put him in 2.
Alrighty. Then on January the 3rd, 1983, it was also in syndication from until its end in March the 24th, 1989. It was also on syndication for a year from January the 7th, 1985 to May the 30th, 1986. Sail of the Century is back on the air. And the man who did it was the man who was more energized in the art of game shows back then, way back before Simon Cowell was even relevant to American Idol. Jim Perry.
Jim Perry. Easy number 1. Come on. It's Jim Perry. He is one of the best Canadian game show hosts next to Alex Trebek.
So easy number 1. All right.
Come on.
Then,
it wasn't done yet, but I mean, he can really make a game fun, including the pilot for Twisters. Him and Summer Bartholomew together were a great duo. I mean,
hold on a second. Before Summer Bartholomew, there was another co-hostess in the form of Lee Menning, who also did Your Number's Up with Nipsey Russell. The poet laureate.
Yes, Nipsey Russell
of television.
May he rest in peace, Nipsey Russell.
And you know, speaking of Your Number's Up, did you know that Nipsey was not the first choice for Your Number's Up?
I did not know that.
They wanted Jeff Edwards.
Yeah, because he got experience from Jackpot, and Chain Reaction. But I don't think. But Jeff was busy at the time doing, I think, Chain Reaction or Jackpot.
And to quote the words of the poet laureate of television, if you owe too much on American Express and your Diners Club notes are too hard, take a loan on your Visa and pay it off with your MasterCard.
Oh, man.
Alrighty. And then on September the 10th, 2007 till May the 23rd, 2008. Save of the Century is back under a new name, Temptation, the new Save of the Century. And the man that did it, Rossi Moriali.
Where do I begin with this man? This man is nothing more than a discount Ryan Seacrest looking butthole. I can't say it because we're on the
He's more suited for football. He's a former college football
what
player.
the hell? I mean, look at this guy.
He's a former college football player. I would see him more suited for football.
I see him more suited on G4 because he was part of G4.
He's more suited for color commentary for football coverage.
Why hell? And I read in the YouTube when I was watching one episode of Temptation, the new Save of the Century, I read on the YouTube comments that there was a pilot taped for this show, for the actual show when it's the air. And Richard Karn, who just left Feud that year, was going to be the host, and Gary Kroger was going to be the announcer for it.
Really?
Yes. I mean, they brought back in the pilot. They brought back instant bargain in lieu of instant cash. It works the exact same way, only this time with Richard banging the gavel like no sale.
They brought back speed rounds too.
Yeah, they brought back speed round.
The one thing I'm gonna be a downer on is the fame game. It was more like a Wheel of Fortune toss-ups.
Yeah, that's in the actual show. In the pilot's fame game, they changed the Hollywood Square style faces to more pressure luck randomization style, which it's good. It's good enough.
Yeah, that's the one we're more familiar with. You know.
Yes, and also the Temptation vault from the Aussie version was in lieu of instant cash. So
but the only thing that I'm going to find interesting was that they added one of the elements from the 1980, I'm going to say 89 game show called Wipeout with Peter DeMarkin, you know, the knockoff rounds.
Yes, the knockoff rounds.
It's interesting that they added that element, you know.
And sadly, the pilot
because it's a little Wheel of Fortune, a little 80s Wipeout, you know.
All right, yeah, and sadly, Richard and Gary weren't feeling dissatisfied with how the pilot turned out, and they left before the actual show began.
So where do we put Rossi? I know where you're going with this.
Dead freaking last.
Not dead, not just dead last. Dead freaking last.
Yes, I mean, come on.
All right, let's run it down.
Run it down.
At number 1, easily Jim Perry. Number 2, Jack Kelly. Number 3, Joe Garagiola. And at dead last, Rossi Moriali. It's ironic how the top three names all began with the letter J. You know.
Hey, there we go.
And I blame Kris Jenner for that. You know.
Hey, that's how stuff happens. You know, stuff happens. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
every person whose name started with a J was in the top 3.
How ironic.
And I blame Kylie and Kendall Jenner, you know?
And guess what? They're all in alphabetical order. Oh, wow. Jesus. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode of the podcast. Michael, close it out.
Yeah, we shall close it out indeed. Thank you so much for watching the Gameshow Speak Podcast. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Give us your thoughts on our topics in the food chain. Also, comment down below to share with us this question: who was your favorite center square from the H2 era, from 2002 to 2004? Okay, so comment down below, and I think in the description, and I think Dante, you should put that question in the description box of this episode. Okay.
Okay.
So and be sure to subscribe to Dante Pittman and hit the notification bell whenever he does live stream. It's at all times. Check out the Game Show Lounge YouTube channel and also subscribe to yours truly, Mike Bombardier, aka Mikey Moms. We must now bid each and every one of you adieu. So until we see you next week, until we see you next time for another grand episode of the Gameshow Speak Podcast. Goodbye, Game Show fanatics. Mwah! And good night. Bang!
Bye bye, everybody.